Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another content update video. And as the title suggests, we're talking about a recurring ticket system revamp. Now, a lot of you maybe didn't know we had recurring tickets, and the answer to that is yes, but the functionality behind it was rather minimal, and you really needed to create a recurring ticket from an existing ticket. However, for many of you, if you've been using our recurring invoices, you know we have a really awesome template creator and a way to generate and manage the ticket and do a bunch of, invoices and do a bunch of functionality with those. Well, I'm happy to say that we've gone back and revisited the recurring ticket system and we've made a ton of changes. So let's get into some of those changes here. First, you'll see there's now a new recurring ticket button. You no longer need to have an existing ticket to make it recurring. Now that functionality still exists. You can have an existing ticket, click the actions button, and then click make recurring, and a pop-up modal will appear, and you'll be able to edit it from there. Otherwise, you can go to the ticket tab and click the view button, and then click recurring tickets. And I'm also happy to say another change that you'll like to know is you no longer need to be a global administrator to access this. There are now security options that can be enabled in security groups for any non-global admins to be able to come in and create these, which is something of a big request we've seen. Anyway, if you click new recurring ticket, you look up a customer like I'm doing here, hit the create recurring ticket button, and you'll load into a familiar UI if you've been using the recurring invoice system. On the left, you have the traditional 3 things that are required to create a ticket from us, or the left and the right. You can give the ticket a name, like a handy name, if this is a reminder for, say, maintenance on a machine. You can choose the frequency that the ticket will generate. You can choose the run next at. You can also decide if you want the client to be made aware if that the ticket was generated. Some of you liked that, some of you didn't, so we added in the option to choose whether or not you could do it. You can, of course, pause the recurring ticket from generating. Maybe your client doesn't need a particular maintenance for a month. You can come in here and turn this off, or if you just don't want it to run for a certain amount of time, you can also turn it off here. On the right side, all the typical ticket stuff, as if you were creating a new ticket, is here. You can choose to have a tech assigned to it, a contact assigned, if it's a particular location for a business that you support or a family you support that has a bunch of locations. Then you can choose the assigned address when the ticket is created. There's also custom field types, which is a new thing where you can choose to have custom field types, and when you select those, they will be associated to the resulting ticket, and you can see when you choose a field type that has fields, you can fill them in. And another much requested thing for recurring tickets is you can also now assign worksheets. And yes, folks, you're seeing that correctly. You can now have assets assigned to a recurring ticket. I think that's probably the most requested thing for recurring tickets. And I'll just say as an aside, if you are on a existing ticket you've already made and there's an asset linked there, when you make it recurring, by default, any asset that's attached to that ticket will automatically be attached to it going forward until you removed it. So you can see here, I'll just click one so that you can see it. We'll get this filled out really quick. Everything that has an asterisk is required to generate the recurring ticket, so make sure you fill everything out with the asterisk. And then hit Create Schedule. And when you do that, you'll get an overview of what's going on with the ticket, and if you hit Edit, it will bring you into the editor. And I also wanted to point out there is a view history, so if you want to see if any changes were made to the recurring ticket, you can see that as well. Hitting the back button will take you back to the index page. And yeah, this is pretty cool stuff. Recurring ticket revamp. A lot of the information is pretty obvious on the screen. I really hope everyone enjoys this and takes advantage of it. It can really help with productivity, and yeah. What else is there to say? Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.